Hey everyone, Ray Rucker with Connect 5000 here in Kansas City. Today I want to talk to you about LinkedIn. I'm a huge fan of LinkedIn. I've been using it since about 2002, and I highly recommend, if you do not have a LinkedIn account, to go ahead and use their services. I want to talk today about reasons to use LinkedIn. First of all, it's the adult version of Facebook. It's mainly used for business, and you don't get as much political stuff, personal stuff on there. It's all grown-ups using LinkedIn to leverage their networks in order to bring in more clients. A couple of guidelines I want to share with you is this. First of all, there's a paid version of LinkedIn and there's an unpaid version. In order to sign up, just get a unpaid version and fill it out. Make sure that you have a profile picture that's recent. Don't use a picture from 20 years ago. In your profile and experience, make sure you shine and stand out. You don't want to go overboard, but don't be afraid to brag about yourself as long as it's truthful and it's reasonable. Talk about pain, problems, and challenges that you solve. Add metrics and success for past and present clients. For example, if you helped increase their revenue, talk about it. If you helped decrease their expenses, if you helped streamline something, use percentages, use dollar savings if you can. But even if you do know the exact amount of impact that you did, make sure that you're not too slick when it comes to using metrics. So for example, if you helped increase a company's revenue by 10%, use something like 9.9, 9.8. It's more believable and it makes it appear to be more realistic. 10% sounds too slick. Get testimonials from clients. Get testimonials from coworkers. Offer to write them if need be, but don't go overboard. People are very, very busy and they don't have much time on their hands. So if you write the testimonial for them, they may just copy and paste it and throw it up there for you to have. Testimonials are great credibility for prospects who are thinking about using your services. And one of the reasons I use LinkedIn is that it's a great prospecting tool. You can filter it based on several criteria. So for example, if I want to reach out to software tech and consulting companies in Kansas City based on first and secondary connections, it will create a list for me. Either you can upgrade or you can use Sales Navigator. But instead of going out there and buying a service, you can use this and it'll help you find people quickly, assuming that you understand your target audience, target decision maker, and your value proposition. You can even drill down and filter based on titles as well. You can reference your first or second degree LinkedIn connections. For example, if I'm reaching out to a company and I have a mutual connection there, both with phone and with email, one of my first lines I might say is something along the lines of, "Hey Bob, Ray Rucker with Connect 5000. I'm connected to you on LinkedIn through so-and-so, a current client of mine or a past client of mine." Hopefully the other person knows who they are, but sometimes they don't. But when I talk about it in email, I'll put an email written form. With LinkedIn, with the search function and leverage of who you know, you can generate a lot of business on LinkedIn. There are a ton of resources out there. One of my favorite is a guy named John Nemo, N-E-M-O, out of Minneapolis. He wrote a book called LinkedIn Riches. I would highly recommend doing it. But if time is a commodity and you don't want to drive from door to door, I would highly recommend using LinkedIn and using their search function to look for prospects and generate more business.